Battlefield 6 beta has finally arrived. With that comes crazy high expectations, nostalgia, and some worries. Today I want to talk about everything the beta is, isn't, and what DICE could improve on to make this game really hit their 100 million player count goal when the game arrives in October. Coming from an old head that has played every COD, literally not joking, and played every Battlefield from Battlefield 2 onwards, I will be very upfront and truthful about my opinion. I won't sugarcoat the bad things, but I will give praise when it's due. Now let's get into the video because it's going to be a spicy hot one for sure. If you like the content and want more of Battlefield, please like and subscribe and let me know in the comments how you feel about the beta so far. I was going back and forth on how I wanted to start the video. Either start with the good, start with the bad, maybe a little small things I can change in to start with, but I think I'm going to start with the good things because, to be honest, there's a lot in this game that is good. There really is. Now, I'm not going to lie and not say there's nothing bad because we're going to get into it, but the good things are definitely good. This is a promising show out for the game as so far. General good topics about the game that we're going to get in depth on are the graphics like sound, quality destruction, sheer map size and quantity, especially in just a beta, because we all know next weekend the devs already said that we're going to get more maps and game modes, so we'll see what they bring. Also, some more good things in my opinion is not every game you are playing feels like you're running into SEAL Team 6 trying to gun you down like a filthy animal, or some army rangers dropping out of the sky ready to dive bomb you. We all know that feeling in COD, especially skill-based matchmaking, but in my opinion, we haven't felt it yet. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Another promising thing. A couple more good topics I want to get into is the class setups I think are very good as well. Give some modest customization but stays true to the Battlefield 6 experience. I want to talk about the tanks, helis, and jets are all balanced very well in my opinion, but more on that later because there can be one issue with them. Then lastly, the guns. All seem fair except for one. The dreaded gun makes Fortnite 1 pumps look modest, but more of that in the bad section because that's an entire another subject that I want to go over. Now, let's get into a deep dive on all of these, and I'll give you guys my opinions and thoughts on all of this. First up is graphics and sound. In my opinion, no matter what you say about DICE games, they always bring the fire in this department. The graphics on console, especially enhanced mode, looks amazing, but PC really brings the game to life, especially on your rig setup. And in between the settings they give us to adjust and the engine they are using is pure and merciful. Like this game, no matter what, looks and sounds amazing. Just amazing. I know I compare Battlefield and Battlefront a lot, but Battlefront 2 is an 8-year-old game and the sound and graphics are insane, which just shows DICE will always perform in this section and they continue with the beta we have here. The only small issue I have with the graphics on this game is the smoke visibility is not great. Now, I'm not talking about the smoke grenade itself, that's fine. It's after the building is breaking down or currently getting destroyed. Yes, I guess that's part of it, but holy good lord, we can use a nerf on it for sure. Like the building's falling down in your middle of a gunfight and it's just Marco Polo. Like you're done. There's nothing to see. You hope for the dot, you hope you get the kill, and it's a 50-50. There's no gun suppression. So I hope they do fix that in the long run. Overall though, I give the graphics and sound in this game a 9.5 out of 10. Like they're really, for what it is as a first person shooter, you can't really beat it. There's not really much out there to beat it. So well, I'm proud of them on that one. Next on the agenda is map destruction. I really won't go too deep into this because this is super opinion based. But between how the buildings collapse, what section of the buildings, and how much is damaged, in my opinion though, it's a good mixture. Good amount of the buildings can be broken down to 30-40% of the standing building. Other than that, it's Battlefield, so either you like it or you don't like it of that identifying part of the game. Like that is the franchise destruction. So if you like it, you're going to love it. If you don't like it, this game, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough to play for sure. I would love to see how that's going to be played in the Battle Royale, but we'll get more on that later. The next topic I want to talk about is game modes and maps. Maps, in my opinion, are pretty good for each mode that we have received so far. Yes, I get a lot of people are saying, especially on Conquest or Breakthrough, with some of the city maps, that is COD 2.0. I understand that point because it does seem like sometimes you're playing free-for-all shipment and it's just die spawn type of situation. But after putting some good amount of hours in this game already with the beta, you can easily outplay that or avoid it. Try not to take certain gunfights, try to take different angles. There is that peek mode now. You can peek around the corners in this game if you have it set up. So there is options to try to avoid that feeling, but I do understand it. But I still have to say it's pretty good. I like it. I like it so far. Overall though, the modes and maps fit well. Conquest maps are big enough and the domination maps are perfect for that type of game mode. Honestly, coming from a COD background, I was playing more of the domination mode than Conquest or Breakthrough. The maps are stunning, and again, in my spicy opinion, are good and have good replayability, so we'll see what else they bring in next beta and then in release on October. Another hot topic is the concept of skill-based matchmaking and the lobbies being sweaty. I personally didn't feel that at all. I felt like the game will hurt you for bad positioning and reward you for playing smart. I did not have any super nerds flying around and just bodying my teammates and I. But for example, in domination mode, not once did the other team have someone where I went, holy Christ, this guy is a demon and he's just running on us. But I know some people are saying that this was completely different for them. But I believe between when 2042 released and now, the average player in shooter games has gotten better. So overall, the gaming community is just better overall. And now, if that's the case, if you don't keep up with the times or you don't keep playing shooter games and you go to open world games, you're going to fall behind and then you're going to feel like every one of your lives is sweaty. I get skill based matchmaking is supposed to fix that, but they have come out and said that the game is not solely based on skill based matchmaking and it's nowhere near as strong as COD or EOMM matchmaking, engagement matchmaking that Rivals has. So we're going to have to see and how people react to it in the next beta. Maybe they'll nerf it a little bit. We'll have to see how it goes though. Now that skill-based matchmaking is out of the way, the next part of the game I think they did well was the class setups. Now I know they didn't lock the gun per class. For example, you can use the LMG on the Recon class or SMG on the Assault class, etc. But then this allows the class trait and gadgets to not flow as well with that gun you are using if it's so-called out of class. I know true Battlefield fans think this is not correct and should be AR with Assault, SMG with Engineer, Sniper with Recon, so on, so on. I do believe the devs are really trying to go after the COD community and make everyone happy. Without biting them in the ass, we'll have to wait and see. But from my experience, I did enjoy it. I enjoyed the customization. It changed the game up a little bit. If I wanted to go out of class, I could go out of class. So vehicles, I will keep this short. All felt great. To be honest though, I am not the maverick in this game with a jet or a helicopter. I will be upfront about that. I am absolute terrible. They all seem good in what they should be able to do. Nothing seemed completely broken. Only thing I'm worried about is that the engineer team tank combo is absolutely going to be meta and broken. If your entire team is engineers and run a tank together, that thing is borderline unkillable. As soon as you're about to take the tank out, 2 to 3 people pop out and start repairing it with the quickness. And then you run out of ammo, your teammates don't help you, and the tank just blows you up when they fully repair. It's completely broken. I hope they fix it. I really do. The only way I can see them fixing it, especially for like Battle Royale or Gauntlet modes, is to add some kind of like max repair on tanks. Now, will they do that? Probably not because it's Battlefield. But I do see that becoming an issue in like more competitive mode if that comes, the Gauntlet mode and Battle Royale. The last real big positive point in this game is the guns. Now, I'm not talking about gunplay or like gunfights. I'm talking about strictly the balancing of the guns. The way they have the attachment system set up is perfect. You don't have 100 attachments per gun like COD, but enough to give you some diversification within the gunsmithing setup itself. This could change in full game, but let's hope it doesn't, because they could always add another 30 attachments and ruin the whole thing. Another note, they're good at what they were supposed to do. Snipers 1 to the head, 2 to the body, perfect SMG up close or better than ARs, perfect. Situations like that are well done in Battlefield 6 within the beta currently. LMGs have high firepower, especially with ammunition. That's great, that's perfect. Shotguns, well, we'll talk about that in a bit, because that's a totally different animal, and that's going to be in the bad section, because damn, those things are broken. Broken. I see online some people complaining about the sniper because it doesn't have the old-fashioned feel to it, which I get. In the current beta, sniper doesn't really have like the BF3 or BF4 vibe, but for what the devs want to do with this game, I feel like it's perfect. Overall, the gun's balancing and recoil is good. Now, moving on to the bad things about this game. The first item that dreads me the most in this game is the damn shotgun. Why is this shotgun in this game the Big Daddy version of a blue OG pump from Fortnite 220 you in the head? I'm hoping by next weekend in the beta this won't be as strong. I refuse to use it because of how overly strong it actually is. No joke, the only game I used it for the full duration, I went 32-3 in the Dom match because the thing is completely broken. Please, Battlefield, you gotta nerf the shotgun. I get what it's supposed to do, but you gotta nerf it. Like, it has to be. It has to be. There's no way around it. It has to be. If this does get released in the real game the way it sits, all up-close fights will only be shotguns, and the game will have zero skill expression in that case. I truly believe it will be as bad as the models back in COD MW2 from 2009 days. They're that bad, and I need them nerf or I'm going to play Dom matches only and run a shotgun the entire team and ruin everybody's experience. Like, I'm just going to. If my experience is ruined, your experience is ruined. Another bad thing in this game that I want to talk about is the time to kill, the TTK. In my opinion, it's a little too fast. I almost added this as a good part, but it's just not long enough. You have little Tommy sitting in a corner behind a bush, and you run by you, you die without even having a chance to even interact. TTK being this fast is also taken away from the skill expression of the game, which a lot of people are having a hard time with to begin with. The only thing I can see is increasing base health by 25, 30 maybe tops, and that could help the situation, but like I said, I think it ends up in the bad section and not the good section for me. Speaking on increasing things, the next topic I want to talk about is the ammo issue. If I win 4 gunfights, I should still have ammo left. No way should I rely on teammates to find a resupply, because we all know that's a scarcity, and with true medics also, like, you're not going to find them either. You're not going to res, you're not going to have ammo. It's ridiculous. I get if you're on a 20 kill streak, you should run out of ammo, but 3 to 4 gunfights and it's over? Like, come on, no shot, dude. There's no way I should be running around with a pistol because I killed 4 people. Like, that's ridiculous. The only way I can see fixing that is DICE can give us a gadget in the classes that remove a throwable to get more ammo, or increase the base ammo itself. Like, they have to give us something. I don't know if anybody feels this, but me and my buddies, when we were playing, we're all complaining that we're running out of ammo. Every single one of us. Like, come on now. The last thing I want to talk about, which I think is bad, would be the actual gunplay. Dev said this beta doesn't have the most recent gunplay patch, which means this beta is basically outdated. Kind of a setting, but it is what it is. As it sits right now, it's kind of funky, especially on a controller when it takes 25 minutes just to get feel the sensitivity to start with all the settings. I'm not sure how to even explain it, but it just doesn't feel polished. If anyone played the Arc Raiders beta, I had the same feeling then. In the end, the game isn't on its truest update, so we'll have to wait and see what next week in October brings. Now, my final thoughts on Battlefield 6 so far being showcased in the beta is I think it's pretty great. Some small things here and there, but overall great. I believe if the devs keep listening to the community and actually taking the advice, they'll deliver a very good gaming experience, which we all need right now. Now, we still have the Gauntlet mode coming, and of course the Battle Royale, which I will 100% be making content on, and I'll be streaming on Twitch. The link will be down below. But the question is, will they reach that 100 million player count? I don't know. Going to be insanely difficult to reach that, but we will know in good time. Thank you all for watching again. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. And if anything I said you feel is incorrect, let me know down in the comments. Alright, y'all. Have a good one. Peace out.